the Atlanta Falcons select Michael Penix Jr.
What?
Quarterback, Washington.
What?
J.J. McCarthy, my ass.
What?
Now, let the record show. I think it's an overdraft.
Didn't they sign Kirk Cousins?
Yes.
Yeah, they did.
To a massive contract.
And then they took Penix at 8.
So I know we
Penix at 8.
I know we ripped Bill Belichick and they didn't hire Bill Belichick. What is Terry Fontenot doing?
I mean,
Why?
that is.
You signed Kirk
All-timer.
Cousins to a 4-year deal. It wasn't a 1 or
right.
2-year deal.
He's cool as a cucumber,
And
though,
he's-
wearing those shades
he's awesome.
inside,
Yeah,
isn't he?
he's dope. He's
He
the best.
can
I
spin
love
it.
Penix,
I
but,
like Penix, too. I thought maybe 18. Maybe you drafted him at 18.
I don't know what the Falcons are doing.
Not
I don't
8.
either.
When he just gave out a boatload of cash for Kirk Cousins.
If I'm Kirk Cousins, I would avoid my deal.
I almost fell out of my chair.
I did.
That was wild.
Like, why aren't
I
you
am
giving me a receiver? Why
I
aren't
am
you?
floored? I am.
Thank God we
befuddled,
went to that. I was
baffled.
going to talk about Herbert some more.
That's the
I thought it was
most
just gonna be
interesting
like
pick.
Byron Murphy.
That's
how great.
wild.
That is insane. Nobody on the planet had Michael Penix going in the top 10.
And ahead of J.J. McCarthy.
No, there was one report of top half of the first round, like late last week.
Yeah, but
or
like
something.
I expected like 11, 12, 13 in that range. I especially Vegas at 13.
You know what this
seemed
is
right,
good for?
but-
The trade that I talked about earlier. If all these quarterbacks are gone,
yeah.
it's easier
Pushes
to trade
receivers
up,
down the board.
pushes receivers down, and makes those picks less valuable.
Oh, this is great. Yeah, you want Knicks to go. You want
Chess,
McCarthy to go.
baby.
You want all these guys to
You're
go.
going to get some really talented corners too late in the first round.
That's
going
going
to
be a
second
temporary
round.
one.
wild because
This is insane. This pick is insanity.
it's where he was taken and by whom are both insane.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like Kirk Cousins is a veteran quarterback, but he's not 1,000 years old. He's not, Aaron Rodgers.
He
Where
just
he's got
signed a 4-year
Right.
deal. Like, they have a ready-made. The whole idea with this, the talking point was they are ready if you give them a quarterback. They have the talent around the quarterback position.
So here's
Why
my
didn't they
question.
just take like Rome Odunze and add another stud or defensive player?
What if
or anybody.
what
A
if
non-quarterback? Sorry.
what
no.
if they didn't do tests well enough prior to signing the contract with Cousins? They rushed into it.
They're trying to avoid
Come to find out, his Achilles is not going to be ready, and they're going to try and void it out due to injury, and that's why they drafted Penix.
That's ballsy. You
This
tamper
is
with a guy.
This is a total,
Oh, yeah, you're going to lose
this
a
is a
pick for
total-
tampering with
well,
him,
it is a
too.
total crackpot theory, but that's
I don't
just
hate
wild.
it.
I love how they're
Because
like,
I
I
feel
can't
like
explain it
right.
otherwise.
You need something to explain this
I love
because
how-
it seems inexplicable.
Unbelievably
Robert
inexplicable.
Kraft tells Arthur Blank, "Don't hire Belichick; he'll screw up your team." And then they're like,
I'll
"We're gonna
show
do
you.
Penix."
We can screw up our team without Bill Belichick.
That
so
is-
any hope
You know who
wanted-
I think he can't trust? Not Bill Belichick. Terry Fontenot. Like,
any hope you wanted of the Patriots drafting Marvin Harrison and then trading back in for Michael Penix
Well,
would have been out the window.
yeah,
So-
that would have been a good point. But that is
Holy smokes.
wild.
Michael
I can't believe
Penix
that
just
shot.
went in the
8.
top 8 picks.
Because there were some, even not
So
that
in
long
4
ago, mock
years,
drafts,
if
he's like
Kirk-
34th.
Yeah.
He was
in
like available
4
on the site.
years, when Kirk Cousins' contract is up,
Yeah,
he's 28.
yeah.
His over-under on sports books was 32.5.
Yeah, right. First rounder or not.
Made
no
it by
sportsbook in the
this
country
much.
more.
Holy mackerel! That is a
Wow.
wild. That is
I
a
love it.
wild pick.
I love it.
And they,
This is the chaos I wanted. Outside of the
Absolutely.
Patriots getting May, this is
Yeah,
the kind of chaos I dream of in the NFL draft.
And now the Bears are scrambling because somebody
Every
they didn't
mock
think was going to be
draft
on the
on the
board.
planet,
So I
light it
over.
on fire.
Yeah.
I
light it on
Toast.
fire.
Because there's a domino effect. Now you're wrong the whole rest of the way
Yeah,
because
yeah.
players that weren't supposed to be there are available.
Oh God.
goes to Atlanta. Like
Can't
what
breathe.
on earth?
I think
That is-
Shime's idiotic idea or like conspiracy
Which
theory
one?
idea.
Theory?
No.
Yeah,
Like,
one.
there has to be something there, some truth to something.
You have to think outside of the box at this point. Like, why is
Outside
this
the
happening?
bun.
Why would
Yep.
you do this? Yeah, exactly.
As they show
Taco
Michael Penix's season-ending injuries at Indiana, which he had 4.
I'm
Are
sweating.
you having another hot flash?
I'm
Torn-
sweating.
Well, I tried to turn the
ACL.
heat down. It doesn't go any further.
Oh, God. When Greg's in here, it's like an ice box.
He
Why can't we get this
dislocated.
lower?
He had a dislocated shoulder, a dislocated elbow, and 2 torn ACLs. I actually do like Penix. I think Penix is going to
Then
be a
ran
better
like a
pro than
4.5 40.
McCarthy.
Yeah, no. He's athletic. I don't really care about the knees. The shoulder's a little more concerning. The knees, whatever. People tear
The
ACLs
age,
all the
I
time.
don't care.
The age, I don't care
I know
about.
you hate this, but he
In the
like led the-
2024 NFL Draft,
Fast and Furious.
the Chicago Bears select Rome Odunze,
That's the right pick.
Whoa!
wide receiver,
Holy
Washington.
smokes! So they have Rome Odunze Keenan Allen and DJ Moore.
Yep.
Yes. Well, Keenan Allen's on like a 1 year.
He's like a
deal.
rental.
So,
But for Caleb Williams,
it's the
rookie
perfect
year,
guy for Roma Dunze.
he
to
has
learn from.
these three guys, and then Keenan Allen can go off into the sweet good night.
Yep.
And then you have a Dunze with Caleb Williams for their careers.
Correct.
And Cole Kmet,
What-
don't forget, who I
what
think
a
is
pairing.
one of the most underrated tight ends in football.
They got DeAndre Swift, too, didn't they, from Philly?
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
That's not bad.
Correct. Yeah.
Yep.
The Bears are going to be fun.
This Bears team will compete for. I wouldn't be shocked. I want to see their odds to make the playoffs. They could be a wild card team. Like
Sure.
they could be this year's Houston Texans for sure.
Yeah.
They have the talent.
Or Caleb Williams could turn it over 40 times.
They must have
Both
been.
are in Jameis Winston style.
Yes.
Both are in play.
They must have been so pumped to see, of all teams, to see Penix go 8. They were like, what? This guy 8? Like, we have all these guys now to choose from that we didn't think were going to be
I
there.
need an Eagle-style draft room video of somebody laughing super hard when Michael Penix got drafted by the Falcons because
yeah.
it was like, oh, now we get exactly who
That
we
is-
want.
That is crazy. So that's the big surprise so far of the draft. But one thing that I really don't think is surprising is 9 picks in, all offensive players and
Crazy.
all quarterbacks, wide receivers, or tackles.
Yeah.
The 3 positions the Patriots needed going in, and 3 positions that were pretty deep in this year's draft, right? It's not just a need. There seems to be the actual talent to go
we
along
have a
with it.
trade. The Minnesota,
Sham just put his hand up in the air, by the way.
yeah, Minnesota Vikings have traded up to 10.
I got to get J.J. McCarthy. Crap is hitting the wall. We got to get a quarterback.
Wait, the Vikings traded 11 to 10?
Yes, I'm according to
make sure they can
ESPN's
get J.J.
This
McCarthy.
isn't on Twitter.
Yeah.
This is ESPN's draft tracker, so we're not getting anything leaked here.
Because maybe the Broncos could have been
Or the Raiders.
Raiders. You know, stuff just went wacky with quarterbacks.
So they panic.
People start panicking, and I would too. 'Cause
You have to.
You got to have a quarterback.
Yep. You gotta
And
get your
You
guy.
may regret this later, and you go, "Yeah, I really panicked. I wasn't ready for the pressure there." But this is a good deal for the
This
I
Vikings.
stinks
agree
for
with Gresh's head in the Twitch chat. Bears are killing it, but Arizona getting Harrison, that is huge as well.
For
I
sure.
do like Arizona getting Harrison a lot.
And if they had a real quarterback, I'd be
they
worried.
got a little guy running around, make some plays.
I don't care about his size.
Okay.
Gresh
about-
calls him a Lilliputian.
Yeah, I
I
know
think
he
that's
does.
really
I,
mean.
he also doesn't like Kyler Murray at
He
all.
hates
I
Kyler
kind of
Murray.
like
What
Kyler
does
Murray.
Gresh like? There's a very short list of things.
I saw him tweet at me. He likes Marvin Harrison, actually.
Yeah.
I was shocked.
I
He
was-
was a wide receiver.
I was stunned he didn't like Drake May. Like
No, he doesn't.
tall pocket passer that could throw the ball over the yard seems right up his alley.
Yeah, I
I
don't.
guess not.
He
never
loves
know.
Mac Jones. That's for sure.
Oh, there you go. There's your answer.
How could you love Mac Jones?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
fought
never
with-
understood
I fought
anyone
with him
who
every
loved
day
him.
for like 2 years about that.
Like, you could have sold
weird.
me on the rookie year of they won games, they made the playoffs, he did
Better
what he
than
needed to do,
expected.
whatever.
Right.
But love him? Did you watch him play?
No.
There was nothing to love.
No, nothing.
No, I watched all of his games.
But
Me
Drake-
too.
Drake
I had to
May.
do post games for him.
It's true. All right, let's hear from you guys on this as well. 617-779-7937. I want to get back to the Patriots being interested in Herbert thing, but they do take Drake May at number 3. We are flying in the draft, 9 picks in, and the Vikings have just moved up to 10. All offensive players thus far, and the big surprise being Michael Penix going 8 to the Falcons, who just signed Kirk Cousins to a big free agent deal. So we're trying to make sense of all of it. It is Keefe, Hart, Scheim, Fitzy will be in a little bit later on. Right now, here is Stiz with What's Trending.
Now, here's what's trending